We've won it all. We've won it all. We've won it all. We've won it all. We've won it all, blood. Yeah? Where all you man today that were trying to tell me Anthony's going to do this and that to Cucurella? I done told, man, he's not going to do nothing to my man. Yeah? Man, are trying to tell me Isco is going to do this and that. Pellegrini is going to do this and that. Yeah? We were never losing this game, bro. Yeah? Teams in Spain lose finals when they come up against us, bruv. Yeah? Teams in Spain don't lose finals until they come up against the mighty Chels, bro. Yeah? What are you telling me, Lee? Huh? Lee Gunner. Yeah? Empty-handed once again. Yeah? But you were too busy, too focused to start messaging me in the group the other day, being salty, talking about Spanish teams don't lose in finals. Spanish teams don't lose in finals. You're not winning that. Shut up, Lee. Shut up. I told you we're not losing today, bro. Yeah? I told you, man, we are not losing today, bruv. Yeah? And I'm telling you, I saw a lot of people panicking in the before the game even kicked off because of the lineup that Maresca put out. But I'll be so real. I was calm. Yeah? I was so calm because I was looking at the lineup and I was like, bro, Maresca's not the first manager to do this. Yeah? When it comes to the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, when it comes to, competitions like these, Europa League and that, the manager's going to pick the team that's basically been playing most of these games, right? You're going to reward these players. You know what I mean? The likes of Badiashile and these guys, I expected him to start because he started basically every game in the Conference League, bro. He was never going to get dropped, right? And same thing as Gusto. I was expecting someone like Gusto to start this game. I didn't expect Reece to start. I thought Gusto would be a lot better than today because he absolutely stunk in the first half. And it weren't just him, you know what I mean? But that mistake came from him, yeah? Maresca, this needs to be a lesson to you, bro. This Gusto inverting experiment, it needs to die. It needs to absolutely die because this man, this guy is looking like a complete shell of himself, bro. Yeah? Absolute complete shell of himself because last season, like I've said 1,000,001 times on this channel, only Palmer was better than Gusto last season, bro. Only Cole Palmer, and we know how good he was, right? Gusto, when you go check every metric last season, bro, in his first year in the Prem, was clearing a lot of fullbacks. Yeah? A lot of people are now doing revisionism on Gusto and that, but bro, he was fantastic last season, bro. Yeah? A lot of Chelsea fans were even debating whether to start Reece when he comes back because Gusto was playing very well. Overlapping, crossing the ball in, yeah, getting assists. On the ball, he was good. He wasn't losing it like what he does this season. But this season, bro, he's been so sloppy because that role of inverting into the midfield, bro, it comes with a lot of pressure, yeah? He cannot do it, bro, yeah? If you played at a decent level, you know that when you go into the midfield, it's different there, bro, yeah? The way you're looking at the pitch, the angles are different. As soon as you lose that ball in that midfield, bro, things like today happen. Things like today happen because it's hard to recover in that position. You've lost the ball right in front of the centre-backs, bro, yeah? Isco there, it was a brilliant pass from Isco, but listen, most midfielders, good midfielders in that position are going to make a similar pass to Isco because they'll realize that Gusto has given the ball away in the midfield there, right? So that therefore there is no one in his position, yeah? And that's clearly what they trained for because they were trying to target him in the first half, bro, yeah? Everyone from back to front was dead. The only person in the first half really that was good was Cucurella. Jorgensen didn't really have much to do, to be honest with you guys. And Chalobah, I thought Chalobah was actually good as well, right? But in the midfield, Enzo Fernandez looking laxy-daisy, yeah? Even Caicedo was a little bit off it as well, right? Palmer was just, again, not really doing much on the ball, not really showing much intent on the ball. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about Palmer because he absolutely turned up today. So he deserves his own little monologue, right? But then Madueke, bro, poor. Neto, poor. Jackson, we weren't creating nothing for this guy, but he wasn't even there for the link-up play, right? From back to front, that first half was abysmal. And I literally tweeted it because I'm seeing people trying to gas up Betis and that. I'm like, bro, I'm watching these guys. In the first 10, 15 minutes of the game, I worked out that we're better than these guys, bro. Yeah? And then funny enough, as soon as I texted the group chat to say, bro, we're going to beat these guys, they scored that goal. But even though they scored, I said karma, yeah? I said karma because I was looking at what we had on the bench and I was looking at the fact that they literally scored, 9 minutes into the game. We had more than enough time to come back, right? I've got a feeling. I know this team inside out and I know when this team goes down and when they're going to come back, yeah? Because I was at Spurs away, bro. When we came back, we was losing 2-0. I was talking to Alex next to me, bro. And I told him, Don't worry about it, bro. We're going to come back. Yeah. And that belief came from how Maresca was managing at the time. That belief came from how the players were playing at the time, right? So my belief today came from the fact that I believed that Maresca was going to make the changes that he had to in the second half to make sure that we come back in the game, right? There was no way Maresca was going to watch that game and not do anything, not make any changes, right? You heard before the second half that Reece was getting warmed up, intensified warm up, bro, right? Straight away. And I literally tweeted, Reece needs to come on. This guy needs to come on. And when he came on, he helps just to assure the team, bro. The team looked a lot calmer. You know what I mean? They even Betis, the guy that scored the goal, they took him off. They tried to bring someone else on. That's, I think, it's a little bit more direct than my man, right? Nothing happened on that side, bro. Yeah. But the difference in that second half was the quality on the ball, right? The way Caicedo was moving the ball, the way Enzo was moving the ball, yeah? But Cole Palmer, bro, yeah? This is vintage Cole Palmer. And people are going to try to tell you this is because he was playing right wing, he was in the right position. That wasn't the main thing for me today. Once again, like what I said the other week when we played Liverpool, the main difference in his game in the second half was his intent on the ball, right? The intent on the ball in the first half was pathetic. We were literally playing the game as if it was 3-0 up. Betis looked like they wanted it more, but their quality weren't great. They were literally trying to soak up pressure and trying to get us on the counter. And every time they were trying to clear it up, we were just winning it back, bro. There's a couple of times in the box where it was a little bit iffy and that, but I didn't really feel threatened by them. I was looking more at us for that first half, right? But in the second half, bro, Palmer, right? Some of the passes, the way he was driving at people, yeah? The cross for Enzo's goal was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, because I'm seeing a few people right now talking about, oh, Adrian should do better there. I'm like, brother, Adrian can't do anything there because the ball was so good. All Enzo had to do was get a little touch on it, yeah? Enzo didn't even have to get the cleanest contact on that ball, bro, but it was the ball that was so perfect that all Enzo had to do was just flick it in, right? Because where Palmer put it was in the danger zone, bro. That little danger zone there where if the keeper comes out, he's going to smash into Enzo, right? So he's got a decision to make there. And it's behind the centre-backs as well, bro. It was a brilliant ball. Absolutely brilliant ball. And before we scored, I could feel that goal coming, yeah? I could feel that goal coming. I'm sure you guys at home could feel that goal coming as well, bro. Yeah. But Enzo gets us back into the game because before that, he weren't really having a great game. Yeah. But that game just woke everyone up. That goal even just woke every single person up. Shortly after, you're seeing Cole Palmer right wing, yeah, being more direct, taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Drawing the man in. He drags it back away from him to get away from the player, right? Something that he hasn't really been doing much this season. Again, I'm not hearing these things because he was right wing. I've seen this guy, yeah, play against many midfielders that aren't that great this season in the midfield, where he's on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, and he's just trying to cross it in or, you know, just passing it backwards. He's not really trying to run at people. Cole Palmer last season was being very, very direct on the ball. That's what I really liked about this guy, because I like players that take responsibility. Players like Hazard that used to take responsibility. Alexis Sanchez used to take responsibility, right? Players that when they get on the ball, they want to make something happen, right? And that's what Palmer was doing last season. I haven't seen enough of that this year, bro. But that's exactly what he did in the second half. Once again, a brilliant ball to Jackson, bro. And Jackson owed us that. He owed us that, bro, because he got sent off against Newcastle and we got over the line, but he made it harder for us, right? I was angry and I said, bro, I don't really mind if he's not there right now, but listen, I was emotional at the time. We could have still done with him off the bench even, you know what I mean, or starting certain games, you bring him off at halftime, you know what I'm saying? But he owed us that goal, yeah? But then the second chance that he gets, man did the heaviest touch, bro. This is what I'm saying about Jackson. This is why he's a squad player, yeah? The heaviest touch, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, bro, at this level, how are you taking such a touch, yeah? The man them that have played football, I know for a fact here that Jackson was thinking he scored before the ball even went in. Yeah, he was thinking of glory before the ball even went in. You got to focus on what you're doing, big man. You got to make sure that you're keeping tight to the ball. You're dribbling well there, bro. Yeah, don't just dribble and you kick the ball far away. You know what I'm saying? Because he had two options there. He could have either gone around Adrian, which he would have definitely done, right? Or if Adrian came out there, he could have just cut it back to Sancho, and Sancho just kicks it into the back of the net, and there's an empty net, bro. It was a 2v1 situation. How have you managed to mess that up, right? How have you managed to mess that up? And at that point, I'm thinking, bro, if this guy dares, yeah, to allow these guys to come back somehow because of that miss, I'm going to lose my shit, bro. Yeah? But then he goes down injured. Dewsbury Hall and Sancho come on as well. And they were brilliant off the bench, bruv. They were brilliant off the bench. Yeah? Dewsbury Hall, the way he was working in the midfield, because at this point, Palmer was playing up top. So I'm saying about the in-game management. The in-game management was spot on today. Yeah? Dewsbury Hall comes on. He finds Sancho on the left-hand side. Sancho doesn't hesitate there. He sees the keeper's off his line, takes one touch, top bins there, bro. Yeah? Right foot. Yeah? And that's what I always say about this guy. He is not a bad finisher. He just doesn't shoot enough. And he knows it himself. He's spoken about it himself. He likes to facilitate people, bro. Yeah? You need to be more selfish like today, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen with this guy. I want to keep him. Like I said, if it's up to me, I'm keeping him for 25 million. There's not many people you'll find that are as durable as this guy. Don't really get injured like this guy. You know what I'm saying? Can come off the bench and affect games like today, right? Against low blocks, can help to break down these low blocks with his creativity, with his little smart passes, right? The IQ, the way he helps, you know, slow down the play, speed up the play, helps control games, right? That's what Sancho brings you. And there's not many people in the market that you can find that are experienced like him, because he's an experienced player, by the way. Yeah. He was literally playing in the Champions League final last summer. Now he's winning a European final here at Chels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was good when he came on, bro. Very, very good. Like I said, Dewsbury Hall, he's been getting cooked by a lot of people. But whenever Maresca, even the other day against Forest, bro, he got a vital block. He's actually contributed to this Conference League, bro. Yeah. As well as when he's been called upon. I remember when he started against Bournemouth, I thought he played well. Enzo was ill that game, I think he was, yeah. I thought he played well. You know what I mean? But the problem with him, he just didn't really take enough risks on the ball like Palmer this season, right? I've seen this guy taking a lot more risks at Leicester, yeah. But again, we're in this era right now where it's like he's getting slandered online. He probably sees it and he's not feeling that confident to take man on that because of what people are gonna say online, right? But I thought he was very, very good off the bench. Very, very good, bro. Yeah. And then you've got Caicedo just to round up that performance that he had as well. He won the ball back today the most times once again, bro. Yeah. He wasn't even as influential overall in terms of the play, but he was just there. Yeah. When you got Caicedo on your team, you know you're safe. Because I see man in the second half eating guys up, bruv. Yeah. Big pulls on that as well. But Enzo Fernandez gets another assist for Caicedo. You know what I mean? It opens up the space a little bit for him. He got a little bit of a deflection there. But bro, deflections are part of the game. It's still his goal. Yeah. Deflections are part of the game. And that's why I always say, man, have got to shoot from outside the box. Yeah. That's why when people like to cook Felix and that, as much as, yes, the guy needs to improve his end products, at least he likes to shoot from outside the box. Right? Caicedo likes to shoot from outside the box as well. You know what I mean? He was good. Very, very good in that second half as well, bro. Brilliant, brilliant goal to round it off. Right? Brilliant goal. Yeah. But you've got the likes of Cucurella. I want to big him up today as well. Won all his duels up against Anthony. This guy that people were trying to gas up because of some free kicks and cutting in and bending it and that. Most of these people that were gassing man up probably didn't even watch the full performance. They're just picking out one little bit. You know what I mean? He absolutely locked my man up because last year at the Bridge, Cucurella got cooked by Anthony. I can't lie, right? But this year, he got his get back. And that's another guy that's in his pocket right now. Saka's in his pocket. Salah's in his pocket. Anthony's in his pocket. You know what I mean? All these men have just been pocketed up by my man, bro. Respect Cucurella, bruv. I'm still seeing a lot of people still trying to hate on my man. After Caicedo, for me, he's been our best player this season, bro. 26 is our oldest player in this team. It's mad. It's mad, bro. Yeah? I thought Chalobah was good today as well, like I said. I thought when Cole came on, he was very good. He was finding those little passes in the pockets because I thought our build-up play in the first half weren't too great. You know what I mean? We weren't really finding Enzo enough in the first half, and when we did, it was a bit sloppy on the ball, right? I thought Reece was today a captain, bro. He just brought a sense of calmness at the back. That's what he brought, bruv. You know what I mean? But I am so happy for Maresca, for these boys. I know it's only the Conference League and whatnot, and like I said, I'm going to pocket that now, put it as air freshener in my car. I'm going to be shameless about it, of course, because I know when we went 1-0 down, bro, people adding me in group chats and trying to text my phone off, and my phone's all buzzing off and that. And I'm like, brother, tranquilo, bro. It's 9 minutes in. You man are all at me like it's 81st minute and they've scored the goal, bro. We've got to chase a goal after 10, like with 10 minutes to go and that. Yeah, tranquilo, bro. You know what I mean? This needs to be the start of more winning at this club, right? This needs to be the start of Clear Lake and whatnot, getting that urge to want to win more and want to spend correctly, right? Because once you get that first trophy, that should drive you on to win more. Yeah, a lot of these kids right now, Josh Achimpong, all of these, man, most of these guys have not played in Europe. Yeah, so that will take this trophy, because I don't care what competition I'm in. We shouldn't be in Conference League, and I hope we're never in it again, bro. Yeah, but the facts are we are in it. Therefore, we have to win it. Yeah, we were expected to win it, and we've won it, bruv. Yeah, and like I said, Maresca, he made mistakes in the first half, right? But he rectified those mistakes. That's what good managers do. Yeah. Bad managers are managers that know they've made a mistake, but they keep persisting and keep going with it and saying, oh, do you know what? Do you know what? I'll wait till the 70th minute and then I'll change it. Yeah. He said, nah, fuck that. I'm going to make that change ASAP. ASAP. Yeah. The past few weeks, he has been nothing but a breath of fresh air, because I have cooked Maresca this season. No one can try to tell me that I haven't. I have cooked him this season. There's been times where he wasn't good enough. Like I said, over that little Christmas period, he was not good enough, bro. Yeah. But recently, bro, he's helped us get top 4. He's improved our defense massively, bro. Yeah, we're still finding ways to score and create goals, right? That second half, I know this guy gave these guys a bollocking, bro, in that change room. He absolutely gave these guys a bollocking, because the way they came out is as if they've been slapped around the head, all of them. Because that first half was fucking pathetic. Yeah, it was disgusting. You know what I mean? So big up Maresca for that one. But I'm telling you, bro, Clear Lake, please, sporting directors, back this guy. Give him the tools that he needs. He has showed you enough that he can work and do more with this team, right? He can do a lot more with this team. It's now on you guys to give him those tools, right? Because next season, I want to be back at Wembley for the FA Cup. Next season, I want to be back at Wembley for the Carabao Cup, yeah? I want to be going far in the Champions League, bro, yeah? I want to be competing for the Prem. These are the things that I want to be doing, yeah? Because the Conference League, bro, I would take it. We've completed the set. But end of the day, there's still more work to be done. There's still bigger trophies to be won, right? And this needs to be the beginning of something brilliant at this club. Because this club has suffered enough the past 3 years, bro. From the media, from the pundits, from the ops, rivals. You know what I mean? Even Chelsea fans, you call them Chelsea fans trying to cook their own team and not support their own players. Yeah? It's a madness out here, bro. Yeah? It's a madness. How we finished this season, bro. Again, I wanted to do better in the domestic trophies and that. But, brother, this has been a fantastic end to the season. Yeah. First trophy pocketed there under Clear Lake. I wish it was the third, because we got quite far last season. But whatever. Cool. Shit happens. Yeah. First trophy picked up under Clear Lake. We move, bruv. We move. Yeah. But people, listen, of course, man of the match for me today, Reece James. Yeah. So not Reece James, sorry. I'm saying Reece James. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, clear man of the match. And I'm seeing that he scored in 4 finals. He has scored in 4 finals, bro. Yeah. The Community Shield, if you're going to add that as a final, cool. You know, the Super Cup, he scored. He even equalized for Man City. He equalized for Man City against Arsenal. Actually, I think he scored the first goal. And Trossard scored. Yeah, Palmer scored the first goal, I think, yeah, in the Community Shield, right? The Euros final, man came off the bench, he scored. And today, you know what I'm saying? Man's will get an assist in that. 4 GNA in the final, bro. You know what I mean? But listen, people, man, let me know what you thought about my thoughts. Let me know what you thought about the game. We move, man. Club World Cup coming up in a bit. Bless.